I looked over at my column on the schedule and saw the name. We had just seen her a few days ago, and she was coming back. There's only one reason she wants to know why her mouth is still in pain. I had told her that the crown would make her mouth very sore for a few days, but she was always afraid that there was something wrong. As I greeted her in the waiting room and brought her back, she said, "Oh, wow, Delanie, you look so good." I knew what she really meant. You look so good for someone who has lung cancer. A few years earlier, I had booked my own appointment with my family doctor. I was a 45-year-old that had decided to take better care of myself after years of focusing on our kids. Eating healthy, working out 5 days a week, I felt better than I ever had, except for this nagging pain in my shoulder. Over the past few months, I had gone to a chiropractor, physiotherapist, a massage therapist. I'd even got a massage gun. I was constantly talking about my shoulder pain, and nothing seemed to help. As I shared all of this with my family doctor, he said, "Well, Delanie, you've been working in the dental field for 25 years, bent over patients all day, and working out this much. I really do feel like it's muscle tension." I could feel the knot in my shoulder and was pretty sure that he was right. I didn't want to be that hypochondriac, that patient that came back in for a checkup when there was nothing wrong. But it had been getting worse, and something in the back of my mind made me say, "Is there any way we could get an x-ray or some blood work to make sure?" Without hesitation, he said, "Yep, that's no problem. I do feel like it's muscle tension, but those tests will rule out anything." There was a cancellation that afternoon, and I went to get my x-ray before going camping for the weekend. I was surprised a few days later when I received a call from the doctor's office only 2 minutes after they opened. They needed to see me that day. I knew something was wrong. As the doctor walked in, my husband joked, "Your front desk girls caused my wife a lot of stress this morning with their phone call." Immediately, we knew by the look on his face in response that it wasn't good. There is a mass on the lower right lobe of your lung. Back in the dental office, I looked at her and said, "Thank you, I feel good." I never knew what to say when people said that to me. The TKI medication was working well. I didn't lose my hair. I was still working. I also had fatigue, muscle and joint soreness every day, and of course was living with the awareness that someday this medication would stop working. But I looked good. Later that evening, I was sharing this experience at a pub night with all the lung friends. They laughed, enjoyed the dark humor that only cancer patients can share. I told them another story about how an emergency doctor asked me if I had stopped smoking yet. We were all in our 40s and 50s. None of us were smokers. I knew all of them had a much longer and more difficult diagnosis experience. Persistent coughs, ongoing colds, shortness of breath, coughing up blood, heavy chest. Most of them put off for months and months by their family physicians or given antibiotics, inhalers, or just even sent off to get better. Looking around the table, it hit me. When it comes to lung cancer, looking good is not a good thing.